How did you meet your husband?
How did I meet him?
Yeah, was he a farmhand?
No, that's the funny thing. There was I think it was a shower for some friends from church at this couple's house, or the girl's mother and dad's house. And he was there and I was there. We was all invited, everybody from church was invited. So I didn't even pay any attention to him. And that was on a Saturday night. And on a Sunday, we went to Meade County, down to my uncle's down there. And we come home, and mother said, let's go over to see Miss Boston for a while. So we said, okay. I took her over there. And we were sitting there, and he uploaded the car. And here come this fella. And he said, it was Charles Stout. It was Ms. Boston's brother. And he said, somebody out here wants to see you. And they wanted to know if I wanted to go to a movie with them that night. And it was Gene. It was my husband.
Oh, so
he saw me at that the night before. At that time, Charles Stout and them had strawberries, and I always picked strawberries for them.
Mm-hmm.
And we was picking strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
So they, the next morning when I went over there, he said to me, when's the wedding? And I said, what kind of wedding? He said, well, Gene said he's going to marry you. I said, I just seen him. Just went out with him one time.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And that's the way I met him.
So you met him. Then how long did y'all know each other before you got married?
About 5 years.
Well, that was good because Bud and Ruby, they did it kind of quick.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't wait that long.
No.
So you met him, and then y'all were friends and dated, I assume, for 5 years. Mm-hmm. And then you got married.
We got married. But anyway, they was looking me up that day.
It sounds like maybe your mom might have been in on it because she wanted you to go to Miss Boston's with her. So
well, no, she just went over there to visit. I don't think she was in on it.
Okay.
They didn't even know Gene then.
Oh, okay.
They didn't. I didn't know him either. I just saw him. Well, he was with me at that thing that night, Saturday night before. And
yeah.
I might have saw him, but I didn't pay attention to it.
He must have paid attention to you.
He must have.
That is a very good story.
We married and I moved to Middletown, stayed there a year, and then back here in this neighborhood.
So what happened when you married and then Ruby was at home?
Yeah.
And they're still farming the farm? Are they still farming the farm? And
yeah. Well, I'm not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
But see, mother died. Mother died before Ruby married.
Oh, she did?
When I married in 47.
Mm-hmm.
My mother died in 48. And I don't know what year Ruby married. It was later on. But
yeah, I don't remember what year they got married.
But now she met Bud at my house. When we lived down the road here. And this Phil and Silo, he lived over a little piece from us. And he come over and helped Gene fill Silo. And she was there. Mm-hmm. And they met right at my house.
And then did they start dating immediately too?
I don't know whether, well, not too long after.
So all these people lived around this area and, congregated and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, because anybody filling silo, thrashing wheat and things like that.
It took a lot
of people to do that.
Yeah.
And they would all jump in, and like when Dad would have a silo filled, everybody in the neighborhood would come help him. Well, he'd go back and help them.
Sure. Yeah.
So I guess I'm the last one around here now. So everybody else is gone but me.
Well, you got to celebrate your 100-year birthday.
Yeah.
So when you and Gene got married, y'all get married in the church?
No. He belonged to Baptist church over on Bardstown Road. Can't think what the name of it is now. But anyway, we went to that minister's home and got married.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a big wedding?
No,
No,
just his brother and and his pregnant wife was.
There wasn't a lot of big weddings out here at that time,
No,
were there?
there wasn't a lot of people. Most people went to the preacher's home.
Right.
And
did it. I mean, it's not like it is now where you have a wedding, a big reception.
No. So I think the four of us went out to eat somewhere after we got married, and that was it.
No honeymoon. That was, that came, that was later.
No honeymoon. Well, I always say we took our honeymoon, but we took Malcolm with us when he was 4 years old.
But you all were married a good long time before you had Malcolm, right?
7 years. Almost.
7 years. Yeah.
Almost 7 years. Yeah. So, but other than that.
And so then you all lived in Middletown, and didn't you all live down here on Old Eddie Road at one time?
Right down here to the hill.
Oh, okay.
Right in that curve, we go right down here at the bottom.
So then y'all decided to buy a farm.
Well, this farm was for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working.
Uh-huh.
And every time I'd go in and out, I'd have to get out and open. There was a gate there because Gene had cows over there at the barn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have to get out and open the gate, drive through, get out and shut the gate. And the fellow was going to put in a cattle crossing every year we was there, but he never did do it. So finally, one year, after we was there about 3 years, he was going to put in a cattle crossing. And I said, he's not going to do it. He hasn't done it yet. And I'm not opening and shutting that gate anymore. If the gate wasn't chained and I would come up to it, I'd bump it with the car and open it up and drive through.
There you go.
He put up a new gate every year. Because I tore him up. This place was for sale. And we talked about it. And we came up here and talked to the fellow. And he said, he wanted $1,000 down on it. And we're going back down there
to your house.
Yeah. And Gene said he already knew he could get the money to buy the place, but he didn't want to have to go back and ask the fellow for another $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we don't have $1,000. And I said, yes, we do. And he said, where is it? And I'd been putting money in the credit union at work.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I brought him home $1,000.
Well, but that made his day and yours too.
And that I put the first $1,000 down on it.
Where were you working at?
The distillery.
Yeah.
National Distillery.
And that was down on
Payne and Lexington Road.
Payne and Lexington Road.
Yeah.
So you started working there how soon after y'all got married? Just
I guess a couple of years.
Yeah. How long did you work there?
32 years plus.
Wow.
And then they moved to Frankfurt. And I didn't want to go to Frankfurt.
Yeah.
And some of them wanted to drive back and forth every day, get a car, carpool.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I just quit.
Yeah.
And then I went to GE for 3 years. And while I was working at GE, I started cleaning houses for people, doing both. Clean the house in the morning and worked the second shift at GE. And then after I got old enough to retire from GE, I started cleaning the houses all together.
How old were you when you retired?
60.
Oh, well, that was good. Yeah. So you cleaned houses from 60 to what age?
98.
Tell us that. When you retired from that.
Yeah.
98 years old.
I cleaned 2 a day. It's a lot of days. Mm-hmm. One day I cleaned 3. But that wore me out.
That would wear me out.
Well, I was supposed to, wasn't supposed to clean the lady's house. I was supposed to clean 2 that day. And another lady called me that I'd been working for, and she asked me if I could clean for her on a Friday because they were having an out-of-town company.
Mm-hmm.
And so I managed. I got the 2 in, and then the company was coming in that afternoon, and they were all going out. So while they were out eating and enjoying themselves, I was cleaning their house.
Oh my goodness!
But that's the only time I did 3.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that she did me in pretty good. But of course, I had the weekend to retire.
Yeah,
you
to
know,
recover. Yeah.
to rest up. And I don't think I went to Father Morgan's. I surely didn't go to Father Morgan's on Saturday, but
Father Morgan was somebody that you cleaned for.
from Father Morgan, that priest, Catholic priest, you know. Yeah. And Ruby hated him, but he was so good to me. That's been my life.
That's somebody that works till they're 98. I don't know anybody that would ever do
Well,
that.
you know, I retired up there one time.
Up at
Everybody
the
up at
tax office?
Taylorsville tax
Yeah.
office. I worked at the tax office at Taylorsville, and I retired. And I talked to. That's when Sandy Burback was there, and I told him, I said, now, if you can find somebody, I think I might retire. Everybody thought I should, so I did. And they one day I went in, and Sandy told me, she said, now, we found a lady to clean. She said, you instigated this. We didn't. And but she said she's coming in a week or two, and I would clean for until she was coming. And she was coming on Monday. And so she come one day and called him and told him she wouldn't be back.
She's a quitter.
Well, I know why, because on Wednesday, I cleaned on Wednesday. And Wednesday, they set aside Wednesdays to kind of catch up. They call that the catch up days. Now, people come in, they have to take care of them. But they would kind of use that for a catch up day. But that lady worked on Monday, and she had all those clients coming in and out, in and out.
In and out. Working around them.
Now, I didn't do that. Now, I had some on Wednesdays. I had some clients coming in and out, and I worked around them.
I did want to ask, so people call you Tunk. That's a nickname?
That's all. What? Ask Suzanne what she thought when Mike called me Tunk.
Yeah, when I was first dating Mike, he was always talking about Tunk. And I thought, well, what is a Tunk? Yeah, I thought it was a young girl. I didn't know it was his aunt.
Where did
how did you get the name Tunk?
I don't know. I know the only thing I can remember, one day Dad had a bunch of men there working. And I went around the table with a pitcher of water to fill up the glasses. And I hit the side of the door or something, hit my crazy bone and passed out.
Oh my goodness.
And the next thing I know, I had all the water in my face. What's that? Oh, I know. Wait a minute. Just a small oven.
Oh, her oven's going off. Are you baking something?
I'm baking a little. That's all right.
She's a busy woman.
Yeah, I'm making bean soup and baking got a roast in.
Oh, do you need to get that out?
No, it's fine.
Is it okay? Okay.
It'll be okay.
So
it seems to me like I heard somebody say Tunk's got a foul tummy or something like that.
Her real name is Thelma, but everybody calls her Tunk.
Even when my son's funeral, did you hear the preacher say saying who he was survived by, and he said, and Tunk, as some of us know, even the preacher.
She's known far and wide as Tunk. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that's the way the only thing I can think of that I got that name, but I don't know who it was that Tunk's got a foul tummy. But I hit my crazy bone and I just passed right out.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I do that too. I've done that time or two.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. I did that at work one day and passed out and nobody knew what was going on.